Skukdash Aniana Abjukik Leilani Jose Ab Amachuk Wakchukshin. My name is Leilani Jose. I am from the Santa Vera community, which is the closest district to Tucson, Arizona, and I am a second-year student here at NAU studying in strategic communications with a minor in PR. I identify as Tohono O'odham. I come from the Tohono O'odham Nation, which is located on the southern end of the border of Arizona. Being Native gives you a whole new perception of how you perceive this life. From the traditions and cultural beliefs that you are taught by your elders, it gives you an appreciation and a better understanding of how everything is connected with one another. In my culture, it's our himithog, which translates to way of life, and knowing that and knowing where you come from is important, and that leads into the work that I do today and want to do in the future. Hardly ever do you see Indigenous people be depicted correctly in the media and given the representation deserved, which I really want to bring representation to Indigenous people and my own people to the media to one, show the accurate depiction of who we are as Native people, and most importantly, show other Indigenous students and children that they too can work in whatever field fits their desire, no matter what society has told them to stay in. I say that because when I was growing up, hardly ever was there anybody in the media that looked like me or had the same cultural beliefs, which was really discouraging when wanting to pursue a career in the media. But to me, it was only more encouraging to want to see that representation grow in the media, but everywhere for that matter. One of my favorite traditions is a traditional women's game called Toka. It's similar to field hockey. We use the wood from mesquite tree to hand carve and make our sticks to our liking, which is called our usiga. We also use the mesquite tree to make our ora, which is used as our puck, and usually a team is built from 5 to 15 women. I loved playing Toka because it's a very fast-paced game that requires and builds strength within the young girls and women, and there's no protection in the game, so there's no helmets, no knee pads, nothing, just you, yourself, and your usiga. And although I haven't played in a while, I still love watching the girls and the young women play whenever there's tournaments back home. One of my favorite traditional foods is red chili. I love red chili. It's a staple piece where I come from. Usually I eat it at family gatherings or whenever I go back home. There's a whole process to making red chili, but to sum it up really quickly, you clean chili pods, boil those chili pods, and then you cut up meat into small pieces. And then once your chili pods are done boiling, you blend it, and then that turns into a chili paste, and then you add that chili paste to the meat, let that cook, and it's finished. Usually red chili is served on a popover, which other tribes refer to it as fry bread, or you can serve it with jimith, which is another traditional food, or just on the side. I love it when both my grandparents make it because they really know how to make it hot. Being part of the Native community here at NAU has given me a home away from home. I'm able to connect with other Indigenous students that come from similar cultural backgrounds as me, as well as have the opportunity to learn about different tribes and how their cultural beliefs differentiates with mine, which I think is really important. And through that, I'm able to create amazing connections and friendships. People could be better allies to Native communities by, one, being respectful to our way of life and our identity as Indigenous people, and two, be willing to understand that our cultural beliefs are different from Western beliefs, and our culture roots back to our ancestors, and carrying on those traditions, songs, language, and stories are important to preserving our identity as Indigenous people.